minute daylight savings time. You just never know what to expect, do you? Just never know. I never know what to expect. Yes, we had Oneness Blessing. It was yesterday. You missed it. And I guess it was real successful. Had lots of people, and Sandra and William are still in the back. They don't even have the microphone turned up. Hello? Yeah, they can't even hear me. We can talk about them. Oh, okay. Oh, go ahead.
You got Mike.
You got Mike. Go ahead.
Volunteers, we are looking for volunteers for our expo, and you can volunteer in any way, shape, or form. Everything from readers, healers, Oneness Blessing givers, helping with admissions, helping set up,
Tear down.
helping, whatever. So if you're a living body and have a willingness to serve, we'll find a place for you. Thank you. If you sign up, that'd be great. Thank you.
And thank you so much. The expo is just, it's kind of amazing. We've had a waiting list about this long for people that want in.
What's the date?
14th, 15th, right? 13th, 14th. It's the weekend. It's that weekend, whatever weekend that is. So, Cosmic Clues, Sandy. Oh, yeah. We have a guest speaker today. I bet you didn't know that. Second Sunday this evening, which of course is entirely different from this. It's Followers of the Way. So if you are definitely more Christian than what we normally do in this service, then that might just be the perfect service for you. So this week, Essential Oils, Cindy on Tuesday, Mind Shifters on Wednesday, Lotus Group on Friday, and Heart Session 2 is Saturday. And if anybody gets a chance, you know, Alexis is in the back every Sunday watching kids. She never gets to come out. It's probably okay. She probably wouldn't want to anyway, but you know how teenagers are. But everybody go back and say hi. Say thank you. She watches the kids every Sunday for us.
I think that she need a
Thank you. Thank you. And I mean, it's funny because Alexis has been with us literally since she was born. She used to sit in Merlin's little cat thing. So it was great fun. Great fun. Someone who thinks logically provides a nice contrast to the real world. Blessed are they who can laugh at themselves, for they shall never cease to be amused. And we do have a couple of patron saints. We have George Carlin and John Lennon.
Yay, George and John.
And we love them both because John was just this wonderful spiritual person that had all kinds of really cool things to say. And George was exactly the opposite. He was about as irreverent as you could possibly get, which is kind of like us sometimes. But there you go. I know I've done this one before, but the main reason Santa is so jolly is because he knows where all the bad girls are. Get me in trouble every time. John Lennon, living is easy with eyes closed, misunderstanding all you see.
But it all works out.
Yeah. And let's see. Oh yeah. When you get to your wit's end, you'll find God lives there. People are funny. They want the front of the bus, middle of the road, and back of the church. How is it back there? Opportunity may knock once, but temptation bangs on the door forever. Mickey Mouse is known as Topolino in Italy. I knew that. Little Topolino? Yeah, yeah. Now, I don't know about this. I don't know where this came from. This may be an old wives' tale, but here you go. Soldiers do not march in step when going across bridges because they can set up a vibration which could be sufficient to knock the bridge down. I did the movie. I did it. Nobody ever told us not to march on a bridge. I mean, I don't know. Oh, well, there you go. Then, thank you. Everything weighs 1% less at the equator. There we go. The first toilet ever shown on television appeared in 1957 on a Leave It to Beaver episode called Captain Jack. And this were my little handwritten notes in here. The first sound of a flushing toilet, Archie Bunker. And the first couple in bed,
Brady Bunch.
Brady Bunch.
Flintstones.
Yabba dabba doo.
Okay, yeah.
First flushable toilet. Guess who invented the first flushable toilet?
Stanley Crapper.
No, John Crapper. That's what we call it, John. That's why you call it Crapper.
Okay. I was partly right. Now, this was Sophocles, 496 BC. The keenest sorrow is to recognize ourselves as the sole cause of our adversities.
What year was that again?
What?
What year was that?
496 BC. That was before Phill even. A loving person lives in a loving world. A hostile person lives in a hostile world. Everyone you meet is your mirror. Mirror. Oh. I'm going to get in trouble, but that's okay. There was a bit of confusion at Ace Hardware this morning. When I was ready to pay for my purchase of gunpowder and bullets, the cashier said, "Strip down, facing me." Making a mental note to complain to the NRA about the gun registry running people amok, I did just as I was instructed. When the hysterical shrieking had subsided, I found out that she was referring to my credit card. I've been asked to shop elsewhere in the future. They need to have instructions for seniors a little bit clearer. Oh, and by the way, if anybody comes in really late, like an hour late, we get to go, you forgot to set your clock ahead. The word comes, are you okay, Daryl? We saw it, you hurt you.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I brought it up. The word comes from snob. You ever wonder where that word came from? You're going to find out. The word comes from the Scottish snab, meaning boy or servant. College students in England were at one time all members of the nobility and applied snab in the sense of servant to the townsman. The word snab was changed to snob in the 1600s when Cambridge University decided to admit commoners as students. But this is where it kind of gets interesting. Cambridge required that when registering, students describe their social position with the Latin words sine nobilite, meaning without nobility. The students abbreviated this to S.nob, N-O-B. When spoken, this abbreviation seemed like the word snab. It came to be written snob and was used to signify a commoner who wished to mingle with the nobles. Huh. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Is it warm in here? Why is it so warm? It's warm outside? Is that what the deal is? Okay. You know, the one interesting thing is if you've been to the Divine Fellowship a couple of times, you figured out that no two services are ever exactly alike. So my biggest thing is, if you came here once and you didn't like it, well, you better try it again. Or if you did like it, try it again too, because it may be different. Oh, okay. Yep. These are our new handouts for the show. So please, if you would, take some, pass them out to people. And the little gizmochi fufu thing down here is called a
QR code.
Yes, a QR code. So if you have your smartphones with you and you put your QR code on that and it goes bleep, it goes right to our website for the show.
That's awesome.
Cool. And it works.
And the website is awesome.
The website is awesome. Where's Denise?
She's supposed to be here.
Anytime you see Denise, thank her too. I mean, she did the website, done a bunch of things. Gosh. Old Luke and his wife were known as the stingiest couple in the valley. Luke died, and a few months later, his wife was dying. She called in a neighbor and said weakly, "Ruthie, bury me in my black silk dress, but before you do, cut the back out and make a new dress out of it. It's a good material, and I hate to waste it." "Could not do that," said Ruthie. When you and Luke walk up the golden stairs, what would them angels say if your dress ain't got no back on it? They wouldn't be looking at me, she said. I buried Luke without his pants. Okay. Let's sing a song.